Hello and welcome. So in this tutorial we're going to try to make at least a basic level of a memory training game. So that's going to entail these guys blinking a random number of times. If you haven't noticed, I changed it from green to red. It's kind of better on camera. That's pretty much the main reason. So let's first get the pin modes out. We're gonna need to have 2, 4, 6, 8 as inputs. That's where our buttons are, and then 3, 5, 7, 9 as outputs. So we're gonna pin mode 2 input and pin mode 3 is gonna be output. And we can kind of repeat this 1, 2, 3. So we have 4, so now we can go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. So let's now have all of these LEDs blink a random number of times. How are we going to do that? Well, let's start by setting up the random seed. We've learned from the past a 0. And probably better to set analog pin mode A0. I don't think you have to set it as an input, but I think it's better that we do. So we've got that random ready. Now we can digital write. So we've got 3 high. Now to get it to blink, well, I really think it would be better if we maybe had some type of a function. By the way, I'm doing all of this in the loop, and really I should have been doing this in the setup, but that's pretty easy to change. So if I get LEDs to blink, I think that's best done in a function. And I'm going to do it inside the setup, actually, because in the loop, I'm going to check if the right number of blinks was achieved. So I'm going to create a function, void blink. Blink is already existing. Okay, wink. Void wink. Now, this wink is going to have, I'm guessing, what are we going to need? We're going to need the number of the pin, so int LED, and we're going to need the number of times. We call it int times. So I guess that would be a pretty simple for loop for int I equals to 0. I is less than times, that's how many times it's gonna blink, I plus plus, oh plus I plus plus, come on. So we've got this for loop, and in the for loop we can digital write. Now, instead of writing an LED number, this is the input of our function. We're going to say wink 2, 7. That means LED 2, 7 times. So, digital write LED, high. Then we gotta make an arbitrary delay. I like 200. It's kind of countable. Maybe a bit more, 250. That's 2 blinks a second. Yeah. And then you do the same, but you turn it low. Now, if I have programmed that correctly, by the way, Control T formats our code. Very nice. If I've programmed that correctly, I should be able to say wink. Wait, 27, LED goes first. Wink. So we've got 3579. Okay, 3, 5. Semicolons are there. Okay, so if I've programmed this right, when I upload this, it's going to wink int I. If I've programmed this right, it's going to blink the first LED. That one, it's gonna blink it, what, 5 times? Beautiful. Okay. Now, we can do this to all the LEDs, and except we're gonna need to randomize the amount of times that we blink. And then we're gonna have to like make sure that those, random counts can be checked inside the loop. So I think we're gonna need some global variables. That's the only way I can do it. So I guess I can call it LED1 blinks. And then that's gonna be an int. I mean, we don't have to initialize it. We can just do it like this. And then we're gonna have to set it to a random number. And no, let's make it achievable. Should we say 0 to 3? 0 to 5. Okay. So one, 2, 3, 4. So right now, after I've replaced that with these, I'm gonna have each of the LEDs in sequence blink a random number of times, with it being a maximum of 4, I think. Let's try this out. Okay, that works beautifully. Now, I'm just gonna 0, 1, 2, for testing purposes, I'm gonna lower these, and then we're gonna write a little loop which essentially checks that we've sort of guessed the right number of times. So first thing we want to do is if digital read, I guess 2 would be the first button, double equals to high, we're gonna need to have some kind of a counter that tells us that we're gonna have to count how many times we press this button and then compare that to how many times the LED blinked. I don't see an alternative. to creating 4 more global variables. What are we going to call them? I guess count 1. That's fairly brief. Count 1. Then count 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this time, since we're going to iterate them, we definitely need to initialize them to 0, because if they have any value other than 0 at the start, that's going to get our whole program to be wrong. So, count that means we increase count 1 by 1, and we're going to delay half a second. So we're going to need to press these buttons. Maybe 700. We're going to need to press these buttons once and let go. Okay. So that being the if statement, we can again clone this. Okay. Control T sorts us out. Make sure we've got the right number of brackets. And aha! That guy there looks like a nested if. Control T. Beautiful. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're going to have count 2, count 3, count 4. All right. And we win if all the counts are correct. I'm going to need one more massive if statement here. So if all the counts match up against the blinks, so the blinks are randomly set at the start, and the counts are you're pressing the button. So this is going to be a very big if statement. It's going to be, you're going to be comparing count 1 double equals to LED 1 blinks. And this is how you do AND in Arduino. So it's going to be 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. If that is the case, what then? Well, we should celebrate. If that is the case, we can, I don't know, digital write all LEDs high, I guess, and block the game. All right, so that's that if statement. So the LEDs are 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7. So this code, I believe it's actually gonna work. Lots of copying and pasting. Control T sorts this out. That's the if statement. That's that. That's that. Okay. So follow with me right here. We're going to have to count how many times each of these LEDs blink. And then we're going to have to repeat that with the buttons. if we succeed, all the LEDs are going to come on. The B4B links. Wow. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Just 2 there. 1. Success! The program definitely works. Okay. Let's try this one more time. One. Yes! And you can make it as hard as you want. And this is what I like about this game. At 5, it already becomes tricky. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off. Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1. Yes! So you can try this at home. Try this with higher and higher numbers. See how good you can get. It's basically been a lot easier than I expected. However, it's taken a lot more code than I expected. So in the future, we're going to save our results to arrays, and I'm going to have a look at systematizing this to sort of all happen within one loop or some type of array convention where the random blinks are read from an array. It's going to be harder, but hopefully a bit more compact. Okay, see you in the next tutorial.